My fucking God.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
We are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. It's Barnes, it's Tony, it's Michael, it's Renee. It's Tuesday, and we're talking Atlantic City. What's going on, Tony?
Oh, dude, not much. Loving the AC talk. Summer's beautiful day out. You know, you want to be on the beach, the tiki bar. No, it's the Land Shark bar.
Yeah, the Land Shark bar, but then the Bally's Beach Bar.
Oh.
Tell me you've had a bucket from the Bally's Beach Bar.
Multiple buckets, dude. Multiple
Did you remember the rest of the night after you're done with the last one?
No.
Dude, oh my God, I can't wait. You know what's funny? I know we were talking about this. It was just crazy. It really was. But one of my friends, he's like, he doesn't like staying in the Marina District because he's like, I want to stay on the boardwalk, then you can walk to places. But
bullshit.
No. You take the jitney, you take a cab, you can go wherever. But yeah, we stay at the Borgata, but
yes.
we're gonna hop around.
Oh
though.
yeah,
yeah.
Because dude, the Borgata's so nice, and there's some, the boardwalk. There's some riffraff.
Yeah, but during the day, the beach bar, all set.
But
I can't wait. I've never been to the Borgata outdoor pool either.
You've never been to
And I've never stayed in the water club either.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
All right, water club, beautiful, dude.
Yeah,
and it's great because it's connected to the Borgata. So you just go back and forth.
Right.
You have all the the accolades of the water club, with all the pools, indoor pool, the lap pool, the outside pool, and then there's the pool bar outside. Fucking they serve you poolside. There's
This
the
sounds
bar.
beautiful,
dude.
Does it get popping?
Oh yeah, dude, especially in the summer.
Yeah,
popping, dude. So many dudes.
But that aside, Michael, how pumped are you?
Dude, so pumped, sinking the shot. We're all winning.
Oh my God. Though.
Oh,
just the beach, the weather. The only thing is though, I'm sure he's tuning in right now.
Lasagna for everyone.
Can we get Matthew to sign off on this? Because I just feel like he has a mixed opinion on
He
AC.
does not. He has a bad past experience,
which I was there for.
Which you were there for.
I had a worse experience that time, but he didn't.
He doesn't acknowledge that.
No.
But you still troop on.
Yeah.
And
but are we going to get him to go, honestly?
Yes. He will go. He's going to come, especially he's going to bang out his finals right now. He's doing his finals this week. He's going to kill it. So it's going to make him even
fired
up.
up.
Summer's going to be even more elevated for him.
Yeah. Oh, my. I just want to go right now, Tony. Can we go right now, Tony? Can we go?
I'm down, dude.
Now,
honestly.
is there a way we can broadcast from the boardwalk somehow?
Yes.
Somehow can we figure that out?
Now we can.
Yeah, no, it's definitely possible.
Now we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we can.
Okay. No, with the ocean in the background, are you kidding?
Yeah,
Yes.
dude. Oh, the people will be looking at us like, who are we?
No,
dude?
but this is, oh my God, this is really getting me going here. But we got a lot to discuss here, Tony.
Do we?
Let's jump into it. The world of Major League Baseball.
2-2, he got him swinging. A back-to-back strikeouts for Robbie Ray. There's damage right there. Shohei, way, Cy-Yo, nada, where did that land? Smoke to Chapman, who leaps up and grabs it.
Story spins and fires. Out at first.
There it goes. See ya. Home run, Aaron Judge.
All right. So, one thing I just came across, non-baseball related, but just curious kind of what your guys' thoughts are. I'm sure you know what mine is, but that once he's done playing, Tom Brady joining Fox for the football coverage. Any input there, fellas? Or what do you think about that? Michael
Like who cares, bro? Like
right.
he's
get on the spotlight.
Yeah, like
we're tired of seeing
yes.
Oh
dude.
my God, dude, the Boston arrogance is too much. And I know he's not in Boston anymore, but he was there for 20 years. Tony, give me something. Yeah, a D flat or something.
What?
A D flat?
Because he was saying, he was saying. So, I don't know.
Yeah, what key were you singing just now, dude?
Yeah, I guess that was
baritone.
That was definitely baritone. And maybe you want to go. You want to go soprano?
Oh, I don't know. I think I can do soprano.
Yeah, you can. It's just a little higher.
No, I can't go high.
But just some type of comment here, Tony.
Honestly, dude, I feel like him on the broadcast pretty like Tony Romo-esque. Honestly.
He's so fake, though. He's the fakest person in the whole sports world of all time.
Do you really think so, though?
Michael, I'm trying to
Yes.
think. I mean,
Him and LeBron.
I like the hair.
Chris Paul.
Thank you. Your
Chris
mom.
Paul's
Shout
up
out
there.
Shout out Ooh La La in Staten Island, the only island.
Yes.
Right. And great, first of all, service and everything. But the product I got, the shampoo and conditioner, is just amazing. My hair smells good for the first time in years.
Wow. Nice. Dude.
Shout out for sure.
Shout out.
One
for
thing I wanted to
sure,
mention
dude.
too. You know, I would the last few days or the week or whatever. I've been having trouble with ESPN.com, Tony.
Correct.
So I figured it out. I was doing some research. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this, but I had to open a new incognito window. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
I'm aware of the incognito window. However, what does that have to do with?
I have
ESPN
no
working?
idea. I was trying to watch the Rangers game on my laptop because I had something else on the TV upstairs.
Oh, that's
And-
the problem.
No, but I'm saying so, and it wasn't loading, so that's what made me look it up. But I don't know. I just can't believe. There must be something wrong with my laptop or the settings with Chrome. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
But I just thought that was interesting. Anyhow, as you mentioned, before we started here, Mets were off yesterday, and we were at the tail end of the Yankee game when we went on air yesterday, and just recap. Obviously, that was a makeup game with the rain over the weekend, but the Yankees 1-0 victory there, courtesy of Master Court. Yankees win,
Dude,
exactly.
When I watched that live, I was dying.
It was your favorite moment maybe of all time.
Definitely
Up there.
Definitely for calling a game. Yeah, there's no one better.
It was unbelievable. What about when Rizzo hit a home run on opening day, Tony?
Oh my!
I think your
oh,
ears are
dude.
still recovering.
Yeah, definitely.
But of course, 1-0 victory to get that. I think it was 6th or 7th straight series win. It maybe 6, but nevertheless, you want to see some more offense upcoming with these 2 games with Toronto before they hit the road. But they got the job done, and it's crazy too. After some of the really up and down performances really early in the year, Chapman, Tony, 7 for 7 in save opportunities, no earned runs. I mean, seems like he's coming down with the velocity to gain some more control. I don't know what you kind of see.
Oh yeah, I mean, he certainly is coming down with the velocity. Definitely is having that control. He's also mixing in, his other pitchers, his slider, and the other pitch he was working on as well. But I don't know. I mean, listen, we saw this last season too. We had a hot start to the season, and then kind of fizzed out a little bit. Maybe even got tired. And I don't know. We'll see. I need some more time to see him out there.
So you're almost predicting the collapse, is what you're saying?
No, I'm not predicting anything, dude. I'm just saying, like, if you look at the last season, he had a 0 ERA for like the longest time, and then he collapsed a little bit. It's something to think about.
Something to consider. Absolutely.
It absolutely is, dude. Are you not still a little like even with him on the mound now, I'm still a little bit like,
Yeah. No, I know what you mean, and kind of a 2-part question here, but first though, now sitting with a .61 ERA, are you finally a believer in Clay Holmes?
Yeah, I would say I am, dude. I mean, what did I say when they beat the Tigers?
Yeah,
whoever,
he had to do it against Toronto,
and he did do it against Toronto. So I am high on the Clay Holmes train right now.
How about they might have one more win now, but he's almost even with the Cincinnati Reds in the win column this year. 4 wins on the season. Pretty crazy, no?
Yeah, that is, dude. That really is.
So yeah, the bullpen obviously answering the bell.
What do the Reds have? 5 wins, 6 wins?
5?
I think 5 and 24.
I think it's 5. Yeah.
Oh.
And then obviously too, we mentioned Nestor. I mean, just unbelievable. 11 strikeouts yesterday. I mean, I can't wait to see where these numbers fall. If you had to say, do you think he makes it into top 5 Cy Young at the end of the season? I know we got a long way to go, but
yeah, I think so. I think he's like, I don't know, 5 or 6 in terms of the lowest ERA in the whole league, I think.
I mean, 1.41 has to be at the minimum, I think, top 5.
5, yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I mean, dude, he's absolutely killing it. Don McGregor mentioned this on the Michael K show yesterday that when they took him out, his pitch count was at like what 90
103.
Oh, but even so, I mean, actually, yeah, 103. I don't know what Don was talking about then. He said like 91, but never mind then. 103. It's reasonable to pull him.
Yeah, no, and it's nice too. You're building them up, and then this
Yeah.
is a stretch where they don't have an off day till the end of the month.
Went
so,
into the 8th inning for the first time in his career.
so you need as many innings out of your starting
dude.
pitcher, as you can get.
11 Ks, Barnes.
11.
That is so
right?
good.
And I was just doing a quick audit here. So of course, baseball games 1 and 2 yesterday. I think the White Sox were up 9-2, maybe 8th inning or so.
No
Lost
kidding.
in extras like 13-9 or something.
All right. I mean, the Brewers lost.
What about the Mariners?
I
I know the Rays lost. So did the Mariners?
they got shellacked, dude.
Mariners lost
9-0.
So you go 0-3 with baseball.
Wait, no, did I pick Phillies? Oh, wait, no, I didn't. I said Bryce
No.
Harper crying.
Yep,
Kyle Schwarber crying.
and they won.
Shit.
And then let's see. I had Panthers and Avalanche, so that makes me 3-2, and then you had Rangers and Flames, so you're 1-4. Yeah,
3-2, 1-4 sounds about right.
yeah. So finally, me with some momentum here.
Wow, dude, kicking it off hot.
So yeah, I mean that's an
Oh
early
my
start.
goodness.
We got a month to go there.
Mhm.
Regarding that. Really, looking ahead, schedule today, we'll do some picks here. I guess you could lead it off, and I'm imagining we're going to be talking some Mets.
Oh, yeah, dude. The Mets are being hosted by the Nationals tonight. Mets had the off day on Monday, obviously a couple of rainouts during the weekend, but they split the doubleheader on Sunday. Obviously, bullpen's gonna be well rested. And against a team like the Nationals, we have Tyler McGill on the hill against Patrick Corbin. Barnes.
Literally might be the worst pitcher in the major league.
Literally, dude, right? I'm expecting them to go off on him.
Would the Yankees have released him at this point if he had signed there a
No.
couple years back? No?
No, yeah, they probably
Would he have refused an
Yeah.
assignment to Somerset Double-A?
No, yeah, they probably would have. He has a 7 ERA right now.
Yeah.
0-5 on the season. Only gonna have 1 home run though. I guess that's kind of cool. But
Well, what happened though? I mean, you've seen some of his starts. What is it?
honestly, dude, I really couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could say his location is. The man just looks defeated on the mound. Honestly,
I mean, and you've obviously watched a lot of Mets games, over the past couple of years. I mean, is it every time he pitches against the Mets they shellac him or no?
No, unfortunately not. But I feel like this year it's going to be our year of shellacking Patrick Corbin because I feel like Corbin. I mean, I don't think he's been consistently on the decline, right?
Right.
But I feel like the start of this season has been really bad for him, and I feel like this is worst all-time season going to be for him. Honestly,
Yeah.
is what I'm feeling.
Yeah. I mean, and geez, I mean, there must be 2 more years left on that deal. I think this is his 3rd year in Washington.
I think so. Yeah.
Wow. That's a tough pill to swallow. So I would think the Mets must feel a lot better going with Tyler McGill.
This is his 4th year in Washington.
Oh, okay. So, it was a 6-year deal
Yeah.
though. So 2 more. Okay. But yeah, McGill, the better pitcher.
Yeah. Oh, dude, clearly. And honestly, I'm really looking for a McCann 2-run homer tonight. Is really what I'm looking for.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I
Okay.
would love to seal. A couple
To
stolen.
seal?
What?
You said I would love to seal.
Did I say that?
Yeah, can you mark the
I don't think so, dude.
soundbite for that one?
No, it was too
Get it on
clogged
your
up.
Post-it
Dude. No,
over
it was too clogged. But yeah, a couple stolen bags would be nice. Some nice base running. I feel like there's been a couple games here where the Mets really have kind of dropped the ball on base run, just trying to stretch singles into doubles into triples, getting thrown out and sort of deal. So, but I feel like it's a good opportunity for the Mets to kind of get some momentum going yet again. After obviously hot start of the season, winning 7 series in a row, whatever. But struggling a little bit against the Braves. Getting beat by the Phillies a little bit. I feel like this is going to be a good, little reset here, start another streak, and having a great time. Mets are going to win this game 5-1.
McGill's pitching line.
Give me 7 1/3, 1 walk, 3 hits, no one runs, 11 Ks.
Jeez. And who's providing the offense?
Well, other than McCann, Alonso, sure, why not?
Another one.
Another one for him. And then give me let's see Kana. Maybe a nice 2 RBI double.
Yeah, he's due for a homer. Hasn't hit one yet, right?
Yeah, he is. No, he's hit one, I think.
Okay.
Hit
Oh,
one.
right.
Yeah, he's hit-
Okay. Is he still hitting like 350 or has come down a little bit?
I think he's like 340 now, I think.
Okay.
Which is,
Yeah.
it's still fine.
I have to say,
Getting
I
down.
was dogging him early.
Yeah, I know.
But he's played well. So yeah, obviously for me, of course, gonna lead with, and if you wouldn't mind just one more time the soundbite, Tony.
Oh, you want the which one is that?
The Yankees win. I mean, we know we're gonna hear that later. It's just a given. Quick 2-game set.
Selfish.
Before they head out on that road trip. So Toronto, you want to see them, grab both of those. That'd be a nice way to kind of end this homestand. And it'll be a pitching matchup of Luis Severino versus Yusei Kikuchi, the former obviously pitcher in the Japanese Baseball League, and then was on the Mariners, and now the Blue Jays brought him over this offseason. And his first start of the season, ironically enough, was against the Yankees at the stadium, where he went 6 innings of 1-run ball, allowing 3 hits, striking out 7, walking 1. However, you really take a deeper dive, into the numbers. You look at a career split here, and Baseball Reference, which I feel is much more reliable than ESPN.com, just in terms of stats. But just looking at opponents here, I just want to see what the ERA after that starts. So his ERA against the Yankees is still 4.06, 6 starts. He's allowed 15 runs in 31 innings. So they've had some success against him, and I think it's his velocity sure has improved, but I still want to see them kind of sit back. He throws a lot of off speed. Wait for him to make a mistake. I just don't think he's that hard of a pitcher to hit. I mean, I don't know if you have any thoughts. I think he's a pretty mediocre pitcher that has more hype than he deserves, honestly.
Wow.
What do you think?
Honestly, I think he reminds me of Ryu a little bit, honestly, with the off-speed pitches a lot, and I feel like sometimes, that mixing of pitches, and I don't know, I feel he could be hard to hit. I feel like I don't think he's mediocre and overrated, but I think he's a decent pitcher.
And then, on the Yankees side, of course, I already mentioned the offense. So of course, we want to see, the usual suspects, and usually it starts at the top with LeMahieu setting the table there. So I'd like to see a couple hits out of him, and I think Judge and Stanton, due for another homer. Rizzo kind of cooled off a little bit, after a hot start. So I think he's due as well. So I think the offense, they'll be able to get going here. And really, you want to see, I mentioned, not many off days. I think they don't have an off day till the 30th, if I'm not mistaken.
Jesus.
Which is obviously a very long time. So, you want to see Louis give him at least 6. He's had some up and down starts the last couple of times out, but sits on the year 2-0 with a 3.75. So I'd like to see Louis go 6 innings, 2 earns, 9 strikeouts, 1 walk, 4 hits. I mean, that would suffice. And then, the bullpen, as they always do, taking care of the job the rest of the way. So I'm going to say Yankees in this one, 7-3. And like I mentioned, Judge, Stanton, and Rizzo all going deep, and really nice to see 7 runs after scoring 5 over the course of a 3-game series against the Texas Rangers.
Wow. No, very nice, dude. Question for you. How do you feel about Corey Kluber right now?
I haven't dove into the numbers. Do you have anything for me?
On the season, he has a 2.36 ERA. He's 1-1.
What do we have for strikeout to walk?
He's got 25 Ks, 6 walks, giving up only 2 home runs.
25 Ks in how many innings?
26.2.
Okay. No, listen, I thought that he pitched well last year. Of course, he was injured for a couple months. Through the no-hitter, of course, about a year ago. However, I just think with that injury risk, I'm fine with letting him go, especially the advanced age. That always gets higher, as you get older. But would I be shocked if at the end of the year we look it up and, at his numbers and he went, 13-7 with a 2.85 and struck out a $185? I mean, no, but at the same time, would I not be surprised if he was out for this season within a month? And also, if the Rays do make the playoffs, would I be surprised if he, pitches a playoff game and doesn't make it out of the 3rd inning? No, I wouldn't be. So I think he remains a wild card despite the strong start.
Wow. All right, dude. Well, I'm gonna go with the Tampa Bay Rays tonight. Corey Kluber pitching on the mound. Obviously just went over his line, so doing pretty decent this season. I don't know if you saw the game last night. I picked the Rays last night.
I had the Angels last night because of the legend that is Noah Syndergaard.
Mm-hmm.
Pitched pretty good.
Pitched pretty well. I think he went 5 1/3,
5 1/3,
7
5 2/3,
Ks,
something.
something like that.
Strikeouts have been very low to start. I mean, 7's not bad over 5 1/3.
Not bad.
Or whatever.
Aaron Loop came in too. I think he has like a 1.3 ERA on the season so far.
What else is new, right?
Right. What else is
Former
new?
Mets shining in other places.
Yeah, another former Met shining in another place. Ohtani had a grand slam, first career grand slam, I believe.
Really? I didn't realize it was his first.
I
Okay.
believe so.
All right.
But the Angels shellacked the Rays like 11-2 or something. Regardless, I think with Kluber on the mound tonight for the Rays, and given their offensive capabilities, I don't think the Angels are going to put up 11 again. So give me the Rays tonight. Close game. I'd say they win 4-3.
No, go ahead. Kluber, what's the line?
Kluber, I'll give him 6 1/3. 2 earned runs, 8 Ks, 2 walks.
I like it.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hard to pick Reed Detmers. Who's getting the start, 5.32 ERA for the Angels. So I think that's a good pick. I'm going to take a team in a bounce back spot.
Oh,
a
boy.
team that I've picked a bunch before. Give me the San Diego Padres at home. They got blanked by the Chicago Cubs of all team. Been one of the laughing stocks in the league this year at 10-18. Mike Clevenger, he after a 2-year layoff, this is I think his third start of the season or whatnot. No record, 5.79 ERA up to this point, but I think this is a good bounce back spot for him against a weak Chicago offense and San Diego looking to get back on their winning ways, and I think this is a great opportunity for them. I'm going to say we're going to get 2 homers from Eric Hosmer as well as 1 from Trent Grisham. And we're going to see Clevenger 6 innings, 10 strikeouts, 1 earned, no walks, 3 hits as the Padres win 9-0.
You're not worried about the lack of offense?
Lack of offense
from the Padres.
Well, that was last night. This is today. No?
I'm just asking.
No, but also, I mean, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I don't think that they're too bad as far as runs per game. Right?
No, not
They've
at all.
scored pretty good this year.
I was just curious,
Yeah, just curious.
But I'm gonna go to my last pick now. Last night the Dodgers lost 5-1 to Pittsburgh.
How? Why? I mean, give me something. No,
I mean, Urias 6 innings, 11 hits, only 2 earned runs, only 4 Ks. But I guess the bullpen, obviously Bickford let up 1, Erlin let up 2 in the 8th. So I mean, I guess their pitching wasn't exactly what they're used to, but I mean, you would expect the Dodgers to be able to put up more than 5 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. But nonetheless, I think that's what you're gonna see here tonight, dude. Tony Gonsolin on the mound.
Bless you. Allergies been all right? Or?
No.
They're back.
They are back.
You know what's a perfect medicine to relieve you of allergies?
Espresso martinis?
That and the Borgata, no?
Oh, dude.
Indoors, right?
Indoors.
No allergies to deal with, Michael, no?
The Borgata is... Sorry, your mic was muted. What'd you say?
Air flowing.
Dude, the Borgata, you talk about a tightly sealed organization right there. There's no outside air getting to that hotel. None at all.
Just go to the pool deck if you need to.
Literally, bro. Oh yeah, there's no allergies in the Borgata, dude. But anyway, dude, give me the Dodgers tonight. Exactly a full 180 from last night. They're gonna win the game tonight, 6-1. Bang.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there.
There's no way they're losing to the Pirates again.
They can't.
They're just on like a 7-game winning streak too.
Yeah. All right. So
all right.
I'm gonna go to Minnesota. We got Justin Verlander versus Joe Ryan. This one's 7:40 at Target Field tonight, and Verlander, I think, has had a great start to this season. However, Tony, long layoff.
Oh boy.
He's not going to win the Cy Young after missing 2 seasons or whatever it was. So give me the Twins here. Correa.
Unequivocally.
banged up, but former number 1 overall pick Royce Lewis, has been recalled from AAA, has a couple of hits. So I think he's going to actually have 4 hits tonight, including 2 off Verlander. And I'm going to say the Minnesota Twins here. Buxton with a granny.
Wow.
6-1 over Houston.
Buxton with the granny.
I think that surprised you. I think you thought I was taking Houston.
No, you take Houston? Never.
I was thinking about taking the Red Sox, honestly, because you know who is really good, and it pains me to say because we had him and just didn't keep him on the 40-man roster, is Garrett Whitlock.
Oh, dude.
Nasty.
So stupid.
Yeah.
Should have taken the Red Sox, dude. Never.
Nah, you can't do that. Are you surprised how Tanner Houck has performed this season? I think his ERA is almost 6. Bounced out of the rotation, put him in the bullpen, filled in as a spot start for Waka.
Is he doing better in the bullpen?
No. I have him for fantasy, I'm telling you.
Oh, no.
Disaster. I feel like the stuff's always been there.
Yeah. What's the problem?
I think the problem is they gave him like 2 starts and then they put him in the bullpen. And then, then now you're back in the rotation because there was an injury. Jabba Chamberlain, you can't do it. Jabba at one point, and I know I've said this about a lot of people, was my favorite player of all time. The Yankees absolutely destroyed him. The fucking, back and forth with the starting rotation, the bullpen. It's like when you're good at one thing, you stay there. I mean, look at Phil Hughes, the job he did in 2009 out of the pen, throwing gas, and then he was never the same as a starter after that.
Wow, dude. You think they're going to keep him in the rotation?
Well, I guess it depends because the crazy part is they would rather have Rich Hill or Michael Waka over Tanner Houck. I mean, I understand that he's going to be better in the bullpen, theoretically, but not really this year.
How's Waka? Get Waka out of there.
I guess his numbers are okay. Now he's on the IL, an injury. But come on, Michael, let's be real. Michael Waka was good 8 years ago.
Right.
I mean, come on, he's trash. Absolutely. The whole organization is trash.
The whole organization. I would take Rich Hill over him, honestly.
I honestly would. So just a little food for thought there, but pumped to watch the Yankees tonight. And we'll see what happens if we can get 2 New York wins, Tony.
That's the plan, Barnes.
That is always the plan. But let's go now to the world of the National Hockey League.
In they come. Kevin, what a save by Vasilevsky. Are you kidding me?
McAvoy, Frederick, did you get the license plate number on that truck? McDavid, beautiful move.
You just knew that Connor McDavid was going to make a statement. What a goal.
Tony. Obviously disappointing Game 4 loss here for the New York Rangers at the hands of the Pittsburgh Penguins in Pittsburgh, 7-2. So 2 straight nights of 7 goals allowed. Second straight game where Igor Shesterkin pulled. And you look at this, you got off to a nice start. Within the first 2 minutes, we had, and I had texted you about this, a big hit and then a goal, courtesy of Alexis Lafreniere, his first career playoff goal. And then I feel like from there, Tony, it was just all downhill. Allowing, what was it? In the second period, they allowed 5 goals. I mean, that is, absolutely disgraceful. And it, I don't know about you, and we really have not, since we really started going in depth on the Rangers, not really criticized Igor Shesterkin, but is it just me, or at certain points did he seem asleep at the wheel?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, dude. It's tough to say. It's tough necessarily to blame him because, I mean, you just didn't really see the Rangers play good defense. They weren't like.
Where's Foxy? He's worried about scoring goals?
I guess so. I mean, he had a couple good defensive plays.
Yeah.
Keandre Miller was doing decent too. He's been put on Crosby a lot. And he does a decent job against him. I mean, you think of just the age difference, the experience difference. I mean, Keandre Miller was a toddler when Crosby was drafted back in 2005. So, obviously, it's one of the harder assignments, I would say, for a defenseman, especially one of his, stature at this point. But they were not playing with any type of like ferocity, dude. I mean, I don't know what it was, but they just kind of came out not necessarily flat because you saw Lafreniere have a beautiful goal. I forget who it was, the defenseman in front of him, but he used a Penguin defenseman essentially as his own screen to kind of screen the goalie and to get a nice, wrist shot over the glove. But other than that, dude, I mean, right away you saw Crosby come back off the power play, and that's something that, we talked about was stopping that Crosby line. There were so many times where, whether it was Crosby or Rust or Gensel, in front of the net without anyone there, like just
Gensel
there.
Again, Tony.
I
5
know,
goals in
dude.
4 games.
He is on fire. There's also another defenseman. I forget his name.
Heinen?
No, it wasn't Heinen. Heinen's been doing well.
Carter?
Matheson's been doing really well too. But no, kind of like an unsung defenseman.
Friedman.
No, dude. Gonzalez. What's his name?
Juan Gonzalez?
No, or maybe he's not a defenseman. Rodriguez is center.
Okay.
I think like fourth line, they were talking about him. He's someone who's been winning battles for the Penguins off like the third or fourth line, whatever line he's on. And it's it's those wins that give the Penguin momentum. I mean, we're losing battles against the boards, right? We're just losing the puck. We're not winning faceoffs. That's not good basic fundamental hockey right there. We have a couple nice goals, which is what you saw from Fox and Lafreniere last night. But what is that going to do against a veteran team like the Penguins? Nothing. It's going to do nothing because you're giving them these wins, whether it's against the boards to let them retain possession in their own zone. Face-offs again, dude. I mean, they're not winning these little battles, right? And if once you start winning these little battles in play, like you're going to start getting momentum, you're going to have better opportunities in front of the net. And that's what the Penguins are doing. That's why they have opportunities in front of the net where they're catching defensemen flat-footed. Our Rangers are so far behind that there's no, back-end defense from the forwards coming back. And because of that, you have so many opportunities for the Penguins. I mean, there was, I want to say 2 or 3 other times where there was just like a puck off the post. And it was like a free puck after that. There was no one there to kind of control the rebound. And we got lucky in terms of it being bounced off the post. Just so happens to get into Shesterkin's pads or bounce off the post and no one's there for the Penguins. It's like it easily could have been a 10-2 game, honestly. Easily. And it's disheartening, honestly, at this point, because you're down 3-1. I mean, obviously, I would imagine that, Gallant is pretty good with focusing on the next game and not, exactly dwelling on what happened in previous games, but they have to improve, like fundamentally improve, dude.
Yeah, big time. And I guess they were saying he made a point to kind of call them out in the press conference, saying they were playing soft several times. And then, I mean, how about if I told you before this series between game 3 and game 4 that, between the 6 periods that they would be split evenly between Gorgie and Shesterkin? I mean, talk about a bad sign right there.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I wasn't surprised to see Georgiev in the third period, but it was saddening to say the least. And I mean, I don't know if it was the triple overtime game that kind of got Shesterkin like tired or something, but he is playing with a little bit less movement than normal. I mean, I'm not saying he's giving up bad goals. Like I said, the couple goals from the last, few games in the beginning are kind of, garbage goals, whether deflections in front of the net or goals off the power play, stuff like that. Obviously, you can't necessarily blame him for that, but these are saves you would be seeing him make in the regular season.
Yeah. I mean, and listen, Tony, I'm not suggesting this at all. But I mean, there has to be a question of, because he hasn't really had any experience. I mean, I know a lot of people don't consider the COVID year playoffs,
right?
But there has to be somewhat of a concern here that he does not shine in the big moment. I know he's shined in the big moment in the regular season, but the postseason is a completely different animal.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I mean, I think there's gonna be a question who's starting the next game. If I was going, I would be questioning. But the only thing, like, whether Shesterkin's not shining in the big moment, I mean, Georgiev
isn't shining.
He's not necessarily shining either. So it should be interesting. I'm sure it's in Gallant's head. It's got to be in terms of who's starting. But yeah, and
he's
also
going to start Shesterkin, not to cut you off.
He probably is.
Yeah.
But
what were you going to say?
To your point of the Rangers playing soft, I mean, I think they were. I mean, we talked about, stopping that Crosby line with their physicality. And although they had lots of hits I was looking at the team stats, they had like 49 hits to the Penguins, like 50 something, which is great. But I mean, I don't know, from, registering hits in hockey is a little bit of an iffy stat because pretty much anyone getting touched is like kind of a hit. But their hits in the game yesterday were dog shit. They weren't following through on hits. Mike and I were sitting here watching it. I think we saw maybe like one good hit that was followed through on. I forget even who it was, but Penguin had a puck on the boards, passed it, and you saw someone actually follow through with their hit, which is something you need to be doing all game, and they weren't doing that because the Penguins knew they had the freedom to do whatever they want with the puck, and because of that, they play with confidence and with speed. The Rangers definitely did not play with speed; they were slow, and I don't know, dude. They keep dumping in the puck into the offensive zone, right? And it's that's like Gallant's thing. That was his thing for the regular season, and it worked for them, but it's not working right now. They have no forecheck. And because of that, they dump the puck in. Maybe sometimes they get possession, but other than that, dude, they end up losing it. And they're not set up in the offensive zone at that point. It's just there's not a whole lot of offense being generated there. I would say the offense they have some good opportunities, but there needs to be much, much more.
So many missed opportunities.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many times you're in great position and then like every time, like they're right there,
right,
in position, and then something happens,
yeah,
throw him off kilter. I don't know.
And also, like Panarin in the slot, like that's his wheelhouse right there. Why isn't he just sitting there? Move the puck in the opposite end of the ice. Get a defenseman to kind of come over, have him open, and then whip it to him. Give him that one-timer opportunity, Michael.
How about that puck that Kreider took to the throat?
To the shoulder, throat. Yeah, that was like really scary. You saw him kind of take that puck. It hit him like pretty high up.
Yeah.
Shoulder. And then right into the neck, and then you saw him just kind of run off the ice. Definitely alarming, but I mean, he wasn't bleeding or anything, so I kind of figured he'd be out. But I'm sure he was a little bit like,
oh my god,
I can only imagine.
Jinx. Anyway, kind of just closing out this discussion here. I guess just one other Ranger point. I'm just kind of curious what you thought. And I know, listen, we still got a series here. I guess at best of 3, except they got to win all 3.
Oh, yeah, dude. Don't even worry about it.
But
I'm not worried.
Boomer Esiason this morning was chirping Gerard Gallant and basically alluding to the fact that he thinks he's really not a good coach. He didn't like him in the first place. I mean,
what doesn't he like about him?
I guess just kind of he said he doesn't. He almost what you were saying about Tortorella yesterday. That's what he was kind of saying, that it's just like he has a plan, he sticks to it, and he doesn't like innovate from it, or anything. I mean, you read anything into that? Or
I mean, I can sort of see that because, like I was saying, I mean, the strategy right now is to dump the puck in and try and chase after, which isn't working. And that's what they've been doing all series. So it's like he does need to kind of adapt to the Penguins defense at this point.
And he was making a parallel that in his previous stops, obviously Vegas, the last one, that he had talent but couldn't go, win a championship. So is this a similar situation? Obviously, this is his first season there, but him and the guys were kind of alluding to the fact that they'd rather see Barry Trotz as the head coach. But I mean, obviously, this is only his first year on the job. I mean, do you think these kind of conversations are a little premature at this point? Or you kind of, if this blows up, you almost would sign up for Trotz right away, kind of.
I mean, I'm a big Barry Trotz fan.
Yeah,
I think he's obviously you talk about a coach that won. I mean, it took him a while to win. He was with the Caps like forever,
right?
And then he finally won with Ovechkin. But I don't know, dude. I mean, this is a winning team. This is a winning season. We should be going to the Cup,
right?
So like if we don't, I mean, I could see him mainly being at fault at this point because the strategy hasn't really been there.
Right. And I mean, you would know better than me. I mean, do they go one and done with coaches? Do you remember them doing that ever before?
No.
So more than likely, but Dolan, wakes up on the wrong side of the bed.
It's possible.
You never know. And then lastly, I think it was last week I was listening to Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82 on Sirius.
Mm-hmm.
And they were saying that pretty much Pittsburgh, behind the scenes, everybody knows that after this season of the veterans, like Letang and Malkin are as good as gone. I guess Crosby will stay, and I think Gensel's still under contract or whatever, that they kind of want to start a rebuild. And I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong here. But I don't understand that because it's like Crosby obviously, shown he's still one of the top players in the league. We know Gensel's great. Malkin, sure, he's declined, but he's still one of the better players. And I don't know, maybe he's looking for this really big payday, and maybe that's why they don't want to give it to him. But I just feel like I see this in all sports where it's like if guys are still talented, why can't you mix younger players in with them, but yet keep your cornerstones that have been there instead of needing to get rid of them, especially because it's not like you're trading them. You're getting nothing. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you have any opinion there just in terms of kind of rebuilding in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's tough. I'm not sure what Malkin's looking for, but I think he's definitely proven a lot of people wrong coming back from the knee surgery. But I think at his age, dude, I don't know how many more years he has left of like productive hockey.
Like you'd give him a 2 or 3, maybe.
Maybe, honestly. And I mean, it's just for the fact that his presence on the ice does something without even him really playing well, right? But I don't think he has many years left. Well, Tang, the same deal. I mean, he's got to be like 33 or 35, maybe.
Yeah, I think he's the same age as they're all three are within a year of each other.
So Letang, although, you know, one of their defensemen, you know, he's had some off years too, so I can see them getting rid of him. But, yeah, I don't know. I would see what Malkin wants and go from there because I would keep him for another year or two if I could.
Yeah. And then you bring in some younger players.
Bring in some younger players.
Gensel looks like he's going to be the future
absolutely,
of the franchise.
dude. And, you know, the other guy, Heinen, too, has really shined in the playoffs as well. I mean, this is the time where you kind of see what your young guys could do because obviously, you know, playoff hockey is just a totally different animal in terms of people, you know, producing for your team. And, you know, this is the time where you can kind of really evaluate how your young guys are going to be doing, and then you can kind of go from there. But I wouldn't go into like a massive rebuild.
Yeah, I think that'd be
I wouldn't do that at all. Yeah,
you got Mike Sullivan, obviously a good coach.
Yeah.
Is Louis Domingue starting for an NHL franchise next season?
I could definitely see him wanting to be picked up by other teams. Absolutely, especially again. I mean, his performance in the playoffs is, you think of a third string goalie. I mean, it's absolutely unheard of at this point because he's making a lot of good saves. Because the Rangers, the opportunities they do have, I mean, he's been a reason why they have been scoring.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, it'd be kind of an interesting story, you know, from the spicy pork. That's what it was.
The spicy pork.
Before he came in the other night. But anyway, let's hope the Rally Caps are on tomorrow back at the Garden.
Oh yeah, they will be, dude.
And speaking of a rally, you know, we saw deep into the third period yesterday, Florida Panthers in trouble, in danger of going down 3-1 to Washington.
Yeah.
But they tie the game up and end up winning it, you know, in overtime, courtesy of Verhaeghe. Is that how you say it?
This one's a loss for me, man.
You don't,
This one, I don't know.
But anyway, they get the win, evening up the series at 2. You know, they go back to Florida, so they are back in this. You know, kind of just like similar to the Rangers, except they actually just need to win 2 out of 3, and now all 3 to win the series. So, you know, disappointing for the Capitals. They had a chance to bury them there. We saw Avalanche complete the sweep. I finally got a Predators game.
I know,
right.
It's crazy.
They're out of my life. And I think this is just a this year thing. I don't think it's going to be like this forever. But this year, for whatever reason, it was a little wacky. But Makar
going to assist.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable, Tony.
I know, he's so good.
Was he this heralded coming into this season, Makar?
I wouldn't say this heralded. No, he was, but I mean, he's definitely exceeded expectations
just from what he's done offensively alone.
Oh yeah,
as a defenseman. And then we saw the Flames 4-1 over the Stars. So they, you know, even up this series at 2 apiece. So not really a surprise there. And I expect them to take control, you know, as we look, you know, further into this series. But that was the action from, you know, last night. And then we got a bunch of game 5s tonight. And coincidentally or not, all of these games tonight are all tied at 2 apiece. Very interesting. And really, I mean, we had the sweep in Colorado. All these other games could potentially go 7, which is obviously, I don't think we've ever seen that before.
Colorado's going to have a nice break.
Yeah, absolutely. So that being said, Tony, I think I know where you're going, but start us off here.
Where do you think I'm going, dude?
You're going to Raleigh, North Carolina.
Tony's favorite team,
unequivocally.
Oh my God. Yeah, definitely, dude.
Nice comeback, by the way. We haven't really talked about this. That they were down 2-0 in the series.
Down 2-0. I know.
3 and 4.
I know. That's huge, dude. You know, I did somewhat say that was going to happen, but you know, whatever. Who am I anyway?
Yeah, really. I wasn't going to say anything, but
so game 5 tonight. Boston's in Carolina. I think they won the last 2, 9 goals in the last 2 games. Their offense is on fire, dude. Pasternak's been leading them in this postseason. Everyone loves a little pasta, as they've been saying. Brad Marchand, too, just, up to his little weasel ways, of course, because, it's so funny, dude, because, he'll trash talk, he'll get inside your head, and he'll be like a little shit bag, and then he'll score 2 goals on you, which is honestly ridiculous. That's been his nature of play forever, which is really disheartening. And when a team like Boston has momentum, and you have Brad Marchand on the other side of the ice chirping at you, he's going to get inside your head very easily. And I think, he plays that big mental game. I think it's going to affect the Hurricanes tonight, honestly. And because of that, I think Boston's going to win. I'll say another 4-goal game. Why not? We'll keep it close, 4-3, third period goal. I'll give it to Pasternak. Why not? Let's go. Why not?
Wow. And then did they win game 6 and close it out or no?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I really did not see this coming. I know, going into this series, so they had a decent shot being a veteran team, but obviously Carolina, the better team over the course of the regular season, and then jumping out to that 2-0 lead. But they come back with a vengeance, even up the series. So that'll be a fun one to watch. 7:00 on ESPN. And I'm going to go to a series that's been very back and forth between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Toronto Maple Leafs. We're tied at 2 apiece. We are in Toronto. And of course, Tampa going for those 3 straight Stanley Cups. And we've seen Victor Hedman lead the way with 6 points up to this point in the series. And they've actually got 3 goals from Colton as well. And we haven't really seen, I guess, other than last game, vintage Vasilevsky, kind of better than what Shesterkin's done, but not as good as we're used to seeing this series. And I think this is a game, despite Renee wants to chime in. Wow.
Oh my God. Renee has something to say. Okay.
Wow.
Renee.
It's not about sports, but kind of. But did you know that antique means 10 years? Like if it's 10 years old, whatever, it's considered antique. And it's vintage if it's more than 10.
Never knew that. Tony?
No.
Wouldn't you think the opposite? Like, wouldn't you think antique is older, but vintage is
I would think antique is older, yes.
Yeah.
Tony?
Just because you said vintage. He's a vintage player.
Yeah.
Is he a vintage or is he an antique player?
I think vintage, right?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I guess I never really thought about it.
Yeah.
I just kind of thought they were like just synonymous,
I think we might need to have a roundtable discussion about this at the Borgata.
Yeah. At the blackjack table.
At the blackjack table. I mean, it is round, kind of, right?
Yeah. Semicircle.
But anyway, I think he's due for a nice little shutout here. And I know it's tough on the road, in Toronto. Obviously, everybody there's, riled up, especially for Austin Matthews, the season that he's had. But give me Hedman with 2. Give me Stamkos with 2. Give me Vasilevsky the shutout. 4-0 Lightning as they take a 3-2 lead in this best of 7 series.
Wow, dude. It's funny. I think, we're seeing this kind of theme in the playoffs here where, I know you're going with the Lightning here, but a lot of these like younger teams that are really good from the regular season are getting thwarted by these veteran teams in the postseason, which is honestly pretty crazy. And that's a good segue to my next pick. Because the St. Louis Blues are visiting the Minnesota Wild, and I mean I know the Wild has some old players as well, but the Blues a little bit more veteran or vintage, if you will, in terms of obviously they won the Cup a couple of years ago. Some of the old guys they have who have who've gone the distance in the playoffs in the postseason, and I think that's going to affect their play because I think they've been doing way better than I thought. I know they've been doing way better than I thought against the Wild. I think they won the first game, lost the next 2, won the last game to tie it up at 2-2. Now they're going to Minnesota. And I think, Caru's been doing really well for them. I think he had 2 goals the last game. And that was kind of a product of his level of play progressing throughout the playoffs because he's been skating really well, having a lot of opportunities, and you finally saw a couple of pucks hit the back of the net for him last night. And I think that's going to continue tonight. I think he's going to play a big role not only in goal scoring, but he's really good at recognizing defenders kind of crashing down on him and then finding an open man. So I think you're going to find him with 2 goals, 2 assists tonight, and the Blues are going to win it 4-2.
Oh, well, I have to say, I had you penciled in there for the Wild.
I know, but
kind of a little curveball to me.
Blues are playing really well.
Yeah. I mean, hard to argue there.
Mhm.
And you look at a team just based off of last game not playing well. The Edmonton Oilers.
Oh, boy.
Returning home to face the Kings here in a game 5. This is a 10:00 game actually on ESPN2. Shutout last game, which is obviously disappointing. But Evander Kane, 5 goals in 4 games this series, and including 3 in game 3. Ironically enough, 5 assists for McDavid. Listen, the beast is about to be unleashed here. They're tight about the way last game went. Honestly, this is going to get ugly very quickly. This is going to be like the Avalanche's game 1 that we were watching the other night.
Oof.
Give me mozzarella.
Oh god.
Give me wait, mozzarella. Give me the Oilers here 7-0. It was unbelievable. Mike Smith pitching the shutout. And how about this? I know you're gonna scoff at this one, Tony. Vander Kane, yet another 3-goal game. I'm telling you, the time off, the prospect of never playing the National Hockey League again has lit a fire under Vander Kane. He is showing why he's one of the best hockey players in the National Hockey League. Wow. The legend that is Evander Kane, Tony, as the Oilers take a 3-2 lead. Can't wait for that one.
I know, right?
Unbelievable.
It really is, dude.
Really is just crazy. What? No, but the turnaround, I mean, you didn't see it coming, no?
No, not honestly, not at all. I kind of thought he'd be arrested by now.
So, really too, there's just nothing like NHL playoffs. And I feel like I'm really experiencing this year just based literally on 2 series, based on what we've seen with the Rangers series, because the regular season is a completely different story.
Right.
Rangers handled Pittsburgh pretty well during the regular season, and to see Florida struggle like this against Washington, almost be down 3-1. It's just stuff that you don't see coming, and that's what makes the NHL playoffs so exciting.
There's nothing like playoff hockey. And I mean, look at the series right now. They're all tied pretty much at 2-2.
Yeah.
Like it could be anyone's game, could be anyone's series. Literally anyone could be getting to the next round at this point. And it's going to make for some phenomenal game 5s, game 6s, and most likely some game 7s as well.
We're going to find a way to get in a game 7 or 2. Mark my words on that one, Tony. But yeah, so hopefully tomorrow will be the beginning of the comeback for the New York Rangers.
It will be.
But obviously time will tell there. But now let's go to the world of the National Basketball Association.
The Bulls go! LeBron James at the buzzer! He banks in the 3! And the Lakers win the game!
All right. So 2 games last night, and we saw, which very much surprised me, a collapse by the Milwaukee Bucks, led by 2.5. I believe they were up, I want to say 7 after the 3rd quarter. And they end up losing this game by 8 to the Boston Celtics, 116-108. Once again, Jason Tatum with a strong performance, 30 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists. And then, how about Al Horford, a guy that me and Michael were talking about before the show, really was written off. This was a career high in the playoffs for Horford with 30 to go along with 8 boards and 5 3-pointers. But it's just crazy, a guy that really anybody could have had going into this season.
It was just crazy.
Coming up so big here, in a game 4 on the road. And then you also had Brown and Smart chipping in with 18 apiece, respectively. Pretty impressive win for the Boston Celtics. And you look at the Bucks. I mean, Giannis 14-32 from the field, so efficiency wasn't quite there. 34 points and 18 rebounds, but only 6 of 11 at the free throw line. And they were talking about this on the broadcast. Jeez, I forgot who mentioned this, but. And I know you would agree with this. It really is, at this point, a waste of time for Giannis to shoot a 3-pointer. I mean, what is the purpose, Tony?
How many threes did he take last
I mean, it was over 4. I mean, it's not a
Right.
crazy amount, but I'm just saying the fact that he can go to the basket at will. Why is he taking jumpers? I mean, if he wants to take a mid-range, sure, but a three-pointer, I mean, his percentage has to be hovering around 30, probably less. I mean, what is the point?
I was hearing that he was looking pretty tired last night.
Okay, as obviously fourth quarter, you know why
Right.
they got outscored by so many.
So, I mean, you know, if you're tired, you don't want to.
But your three's just gonna be worse if you're tired.
I know, but obviously he feels otherwise.
And then Drew Holiday, I mean, really faltered down the stretch. 5 of 22. You never see
That's
that
not
out of
good,
Drew
dude.
Holiday. I mean, 9 assists, 7 boards, but minus 23, Tony. Minus 23 when Drew Holiday was out on the court. You know, he did have 16, and you saw Brooke Lopez with 17. But you know, pretty much Giannis was +1 and Wes Matthews was +7. I mean, pretty much everybody else in the negative or hovering on that line. So just a disappointing effort and something that I did not see coming at all. However, you know, we will get back out there in Boston, you know, for game 5. And I fully expect the Bucks to rebound. I just think they're the better team here. And you're not going to see another game like that from Al Horford. That's probably the best game he's going to have the rest of his career.
Wow.
Mark my words. And I think the Bucks win the next 2 games in this series to move on to the
Decisively?
Eastern Conference Finals decisively,
Really?
unequivocally, and you'll see a ferocious performance out of the Boston Celtics. We saw the Golden State Warriors struggle with the Memphis Grizzlies, narrowly sliding by 101-98, and Ja Morant, okay, didn't even play. You know, and you look at the Grizzlies here. I mean, they got 21 out of Jackson, you know, 10 and 15 game out of Steven Adams, 19 from Ty Jones, 17 from Kyle Anderson. So kind of a mixed bag. And you know, the Warriors, Steph, I kind of alluded to this. I mean, not as bad as I thought, but 4 of 14 from 3-point range. That's only 28.6%. 10 of 25 from the floor. That's 40%. How about Clay? 6 of 20. That's only 30%. And you saw 17 points out of Andrew Wiggins, 10 boards. He probably had the best game, a +12 for him. But I just don't think it was impressive. I think without Ja Morant, the Grizzlies should crumble. They shouldn't almost win a game, you know, on the road of all places. And now Golden State has a commanding 3-1 lead. And I think, I don't know. I just think it's completely over. And I don't know, maybe they don't even play Ja in game 5 and that's it. I mean,
Is he healthy to play or what?
I think he's pretty banged up, but he'll probably give it a go, I guess, if I had to take a guess.
Be pretty stupid if he didn't.
Yeah, I mean, season on the line, of course. But I don't know, just fatigued from Golden State.
You are. He is.
No, I am.
You're fatigued from Golden State.
I don't want to see the run. I don't want to just
Why,
have
dude?
to hear Curry for 3, Mike Breen with the call. The crowd goes wild.
What's the
opposing
problem?
team calls the timeout.
Why?
It's annoying. I mean, it's just I've seen it too many times. Let's see something different. You know, he doesn't need to win a 4th title. 3's enough. Just saying.
Oh God.
But 2 games on 2 games on the schedule tonight. I'm more interested in these 2 series. I mean, obviously, you know, I followed the Bucks and stuff, but the Memphis Golden State series, I don't know, I'm just had enough with. But anyway, game 5 in Miami tonight. Sixers and the Heat. You know, we've really seen a tale of 2 series. You know, Miami grabbing the first 2 games, Philly rebounding at home with 2 of their own. You know, Embiid, he hasn't had his trademark game, obviously wearing the mask, of course. So I think that kind of slows him down a little bit. But we saw Tyrese Maxey have a nice game, and Tobias Harris has contributed in this series as well. Jimmy Butler, I think, had 40 last game. You know, Bam had a strong game as well. So really a tightly contested series here. I think the winner of this game wins the series. And, you know, I'll kind of go to you first, Tony. Who wins game 5 tonight in South Beach?
Give me Philly tonight. Just because, you know, Harden's performance in the last game, I feel like Embiid is due, even with the mask, for 45 points. And I also feel like they've been playing decent defense, I feel, as well. 2 games ago, Miami only scored like 79 points, I think, right? I feel like they can, you know, defend Miami pretty well. And I think they take game 5 for sure. Give me 108-99.
108-99. Yeah, I like Philly as well. and kind of a law of averages, he's due law of averages. I say he's going to have 38 points, 17 rebounds. Tyrese Maxey, a playoff career high 31. The Sixers rout Miami. The fans leave at halftime.
Wow.
We're going to get 124 to 89.
What's your halftime score here that they leave it at half?
Leaving it at half. I'm going to say it's going to be 65 to 43.
And you're leaving?
Oh, yeah. Everybody's leaving at half. Kidding?
Wow.
I mean, that's how the Miami fans are. I mean, we've definitely seen that one before. And, you know, Doc Rivers kind of off the hot seat for now. You know, we'll see what happens the rest of the series. But that's kind of my prediction there. And, of course, you know, a team and really both teams, you know, we've been following closely this year. We have game 5. You know, this is the second half of that doubleheader on TNT tonight, 10 o'clock. Dallas at Phoenix here. You know,
The legend that is Luka Doncic, Tony.
the legend himself, back in action tonight. I mean, really, game 5s, series tied at 2, game 5s. I mean, this is where legends, Tony, are made. You know, Phoenix looked great first couple games of this series and faltered the last 2. I mean, is this the same, you know, trajectory as this Philly-Miami series? I mean, what do you see happening?
I think it really all falls on Chris Paul's shoulders, honestly, at this point, dude. 5 points the last game, right? 23 minutes he played. Foul trouble, right? That was the issue.
Just want to see something.
What you were saying?
Yeah, I guess so. But then there was that whole thing with his family. I guess did you hear about that?
No, what?
I guess his mother and his wife.
Was getting at the game.
Yeah, but I thought someone said verbally, but then I thought somebody said something physically, but I think it was just verbally, no?
Oh, I don't know. I think I did see that, and someone said that they like grabbed at him or touched him or
Okay, but
something.
like, yeah, and then obviously saying stuff,
Which is just ridiculous.
yeah.
With the kids there too.
I mean, really, fans have disgraced the sport fan, you know, since the return to the stands.
Yeah.
You know, all these crazy things. Like, what are you doing? Really, I'm sorry. There's no excuse. I don't want to hear it. Oh, you're so famous. Everyone sees you around the field. No, you're gonna wake up the next morning. You're gonna have the cuff marks, and it's gonna have to be something you have to live with for the rest of your life. And you might not be able to go see one of your favorite teams play. It is not worth it. Let's stop the idiocy regarding this.
The idiocy. No, I totally agree, dude. It's ruining the games. Like why and obviously they become storylines on radio
And we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear them.
Who the hell cares,
like,
bro?
Jesus.
Regardless, I'll give it to Chris Paul here. Fired up. Family was at risk. Doesn't like that, dude. He's coming in hot. Give me 36 points for Chris Paul. Luka, I guess, you know, have maybe like, what is he averaging? Like 28 in playoffs?
Give or take. Maybe 34, 35.
Yeah, I'll give him like 32 points tonight. But nonetheless, between Paul and Booker, and I guess maybe 8 and 2, he's been doing all right, I suppose. Give me the Suns here. 112 to 110.
Suns 112, 110. I'm going to say Dallas 125. Suns 110. Chris Paul leaves the game, end of the first.
Oh,
Pulls the old hammy again.
no way.
Devin Booker 5 for 19 from the floor. Luka 47 points, 12 assists. You're going to see Spencer Dinwiddie with 25, including 6 3-pointers. Dallas takes a commanding 3-2 lead. And like I said, series tied at 2, game 5. That's where legends are made, Tony.
God.
I mean, hard to argue that.
No, yeah, you really can't argue that at all, dude.
But yeah, I mean, this is the world of sports. This is where we stand right now, and you know, a well-needed rest day, of course, you know, for the New York Rangers. And, I think today is one of those days you kick back, crack open a cold one, and watch your favorite baseball team play. Am I wrong, Tony?
No, today is the day for that because the Mets are playing.
Yeah, and the Yankees are playing. So that is what it's all about. 7:05 game. Okay, yeah, in DC. Yeah. So I mean, that's really all I got. Is there screen time today?
No.
No screen time today.
No
Okay,
screen time
okay,
today.
gotcha. Just always on the look
Yeah.
for some more program. We got anything else coming up? Or I mean, that's really if for at the moment.
At the moment, yeah. We're gonna, we got that shoot for American Mule in Utica, New York tomorrow. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, we're driving tomorrow, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, Utica?
Utica.
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 Far?
It's like almost 4 hours.
Rochester area? Like headed that way?
Oh gosh, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea. It's
Yeah.
up there, man.
Have you been to Buffalo?
I've never been to Buffalo. No.
Pass through?
Passed through Buffalo. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, imagine, summertime,
The Wings, I guess.
the Wings, right? Sabres game or nah?
I'd be down to go to a Sabres game. Yeah. Of course.
Good arena or they need a new one there?
I would imagine it's old by now.
Yeah.
Run
The
down.
I know they have one of the lowest attendances in the league next to Arizona, right?
No way.
Pretty sure.
Oh.
Last thing on the way out, I'm just looking up NHL attendance. I promise that's it, Tony.
No, yeah, I'm in no rush.
I feel like you're in need of lunch right now.
I don't know. I'm not really that hungry.
Really?
Yeah, honestly.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude. But there is a sandwich here.
What we got?
I think it's gonna be tuna today.
Who made the sandwich?
Michael.
Oh, well, he's like on the daily sandwich kick.
He does love the sandwiches, dude.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, just a little food for thought here, Tony.
Food for thought.
So I'd like to see where you are with this. So Tampa, led the National Hockey League, averaging 19,092 fans per night. Buffalo, so they were number 1. Buffalo came in at number 31.
Wow.
Give me something in terms of per night attendance. Like I said, Tampa a shade over 19,000 a night.
For Buffalo, you're asking.
Yeah, 1 to 31.
All right. On average per night, 4,500.
No, I mean not that bad.
Oh, is that bad? Oh, because I'm thinking like about bottom like Arizona.
But actually they're one spot below Arizona, which is crazy.
They're one spot below Arizona.
Yes,
Oh my
yes.
God, really? So Arizona has more.
Yeah.
8,500.
99,997. So just a shade under 10.
Oh, okay.
Ottawa actually was in last 91.
That makes sense.
But I don't know. Beginning of the year, there was, or even still now, I don't know, but there's some crowd restrictions, so that might play a role.
Yeah, Canada. Yeah, for sure.
Because I'm just looking top Canadian.
What is Arizona?
Vancouver 17,000. So maybe not, but anyway, different provinces. Who knows? Arizona 11,601.
Really? That much?
And how about this? The Columbus Blue Jackets averaged almost 2,000 more fans per game than the Florida Panthers.
Wow.
I mean, I guess
I can see
Florida,
that.
the sports, all that.
Plus,
And
Columbus has had some good names roll through.
and more people went to Detroit Red Wings games than they did New York Ranger games this season.
I would imagine the Red Wings probably have one of the greatest solidified fan bases, honestly, in the NHL.
Just trying to see if there's one other one that stands out. Yeah, I mean Chicago at number 5, and the Rangers at number 17. I mean, I don't know if that was a restriction thing to start or just, I don't know, inflation, the prices. I don't know.
Well, I mean, yeah, I would imagine the prices of the tickets definitely. I would imagine Chicago is pretty expensive to go to in terms of games. But yeah, I'm sure there were definitely restrictions in the beginning of the season. But at 17 we're clocked in at, huh?
Yeah. You really, I guess that's always been the case because I'm just going back a couple of years. They're always around middle of the pack. I thought they'd have one of the highest tenants.
I mean, it's tough,
in the league.
dude. I mean, especially because you're in the city. Like, so many corporations have like seats,
And then they don't go.
and they don't go.
But like they can't, like, I don't know. I just feel like these are corporations. They have millions of dollars, billions of dollars, whatever the case may be. If they have unused tickets, like I don't understand. Like it's like they know, like and they can make something back from it. I know. Oh, it's minuscule or donated to kids in need. Like why waste them?
I know. It's honestly despicable.
Yeah,
There was a whole big thing about whether or not they should even sell to corporations because of that.
they shouldn't.
They shouldn't. Give them boxes. Sure, they want a box, whatever. But it's like they have like the tickets behind the glass next to the bench. Like,
Ferocious.
it really is, dude.
You think we ever see that kind of sort itself out over the next couple of years, or you think same old story for
No.
the foreseeable?
Yeah, what are the people at the Garden care? They're getting paid
Yeah,
for the tickets. They don't obviously don't care if it's getting used or not.
but it's the atmosphere. It's
I
the
know.
ambiance.
And you talk about the lack of atmosphere, at the Garden in the playoffs. Like, what are we doing?
yeah.
Pittsburgh is killing it in terms of their crowd.
Yeah. That I feel like too, being a Yankee fan, obviously, you think about the past 20, 30 years,
Mhm.
they've dominated, in terms of attendance. So I've never had any type of, I don't know. I don't cut slack for lack of attendance. I just think it's not a good thing. It doesn't create a good environment.
Doesn't.
And you need to have a crowd
Mhm.
behind a team if you want them to exceed the level that they're at. They might be able to maintain it with a weak fan base, but for them to
Right.
go above and beyond, you need the roaring crowd in the background.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
And I always just used to get riled, like in terms of like me going to like a playoff game or something. I just love the thought that somehow, in some way, because I'd be sitting, center field, standing, I'm right
Mhm.
behind the outfielders or the bullpen, is that I could have some type of impact on the game. And I
Yeah.
just feel like that's awesome.
I know.
And I
dude.
love that.
I would kill to be right on the boards, next to the penalty box, next to the bench at the Rangers game. Oh my God, dude.
I've asked you this before in a different way, but last question on the way out here. Would you rather be Game 7 of the World Series for the Mets or Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals for the Rangers? Both, right?
Who we
right.
playing?
Yankees, Mets, and it's Rangers. I'm trying to think who's like out west. Canadians? Are they out west or no? They're in the East.
They're in the East.
Who's like a historic hockey franchise in the Western Conference?
I mean, I guess you could go Kings.
Okay.
Repeat.
Okay. Yeah. Kings.
It's a tough one, dude. I'd probably go Rangers.
Really?
Yeah.
So just overall, it's so close, but like if we're talking about horse racing, it's like by a nose, you're bigger on the Rangers than the Mets.
I would say so, just because the Garden Game 7 and hockey too. It's just like I enjoy going to see live hockey games more than baseball games, honestly.
Okay. Yep.
Just because, like, I don't know, I feel like especially like at baseball games, I'm like, I mean, obviously I wouldn't be Game 7 World Series, but like you're getting up, you're gonna get food like somewhere. You're like, I don't know, dude. I feel like it's a little harder to watch a live baseball game than it is to watch a live hockey game.
I haven't done this, but I want to start just going because you wake up, you look at the credit card. I mean, it's like $200 on food and beverage at a game. It's like
God.
I feel like the move is a nice Italian dinner before the game, alcohol only at the game.
Oh yeah,
right. I mean, if you need something, maybe a sausage and pepper, but
yeah,
$20 on the bucket, you'll throw away half the fries.
I know.
It's just not economically sensible.
No, it's not at all.
So I don't know. But anything else, Tony? Anything else for the crowd?
I don't think so, dude. I was trying to ask you a question, but it would be Yankees regardless, anyway. So
Yeah, I mean
that's it,
Yankees.
dude. Yeah, exactly. So,
Because it's all about.
all right, Game 7 World Series. You got tickets. Yankees. Also, birth of your firstborn child.
Come on. You can't ask for something like that. I mean, obviously, you got to go with the child there, of course. But I think that's a good way to wrap it up.
Yeah.
But of course, appreciate everybody for tuning in to continue to comment, like, and subscribe. The archives.
Tony in costume.
Tony in a costume on
Tony
our
in a
archives.
costume.
Renee thumbnails, me basketball court, Tony golf course. I mean, Tony mopeds, Michael mopeds. I mean, we can go on and on and on. Taste test with pizzas. So definitely check that out. Definitely get some merch. DowntimeTV.com. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the games. We will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.